talent, star boy, speed, skill, but they didn't succeed at Manchester United. Why? Today, we're looking at 8 players who Manchester United signed since 2018 that didn't live up to the hype. We'll discuss what went wrong from Alexis Sánchez to Jadon Sancho and give you the full story behind their struggle. Alexis Sánchez, the high-paid flop. Alexis Sánchez, a player who, at the time of his arrival, was seen as the final piece in United's attacking puzzle. United pulled off what seemed like a coup in January 2018, swapping Henrik Mkhitaryan for the Chilean superstar. He was handed the prestigious 7 shirt, worn by legends like Beckham and Ronaldo. Expectations were through the roof, but his time at United was nothing short of disastrous. Sánchez struggled with multiple factors. Firstly, injuries played a major role. He never seemed fully fit during his time at the club. Secondly, he appeared to lose confidence and sharpness. In 45 appearances, he managed just 5 goals. For a player earning nearly £500,000 per week, that return was simply unacceptable. Another issue was his fit in the team. United was going through a transitional phase with different managers, Jose Mourinho, then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and it never seemed like Sánchez found his place in either system. The move to Inter Milan, where he had moderate success, was a clear sign that this high-profile transfer was a failure. Sánchez, who had terrorized Premier League defenses at Arsenal, never showed the same magic in a Manchester United shirt. Fred, the inconsistent midfielder. Fred, who joined from Shakhtar Donetsk in the summer of 2018 for a hefty £52 million. Billed as a box-to-box midfielder, Fred was expected to add energy, technical skill, and defensive stability to United's midfield. So why hasn't Fred succeeded at United? One of the main reasons is inconsistency. In some games, he shows flashes of brilliance breaking up play, pressing high, and covering ground. But then, in other matches, his passing is erratic, and he can be caught in possession far too often. Fans have often pointed to his lack of composure in key moments. Another major issue has been his role within the team. Fred has often been paired with different midfield partners, sometimes Nemanja Matic, sometimes Scott McTominay, and has struggled to establish a solid partnership. The constant tactical changes under different managers also haven't helped. While Fred does have redeeming qualities, especially his work rate, he's never consistently delivered the performances you'd expect from a £50 million signing. Donny van de Beek, the bench talent. Donny van de Beek was signed in 2020 from Ajax for around £35 million, and fans were excited. After all, this was a player who had shown in Ajax's magical Champions League run in 2019. So what happened at United? To put it simply, he hasn't been given the chance. Whether it's because of tactical reasons, or perhaps he hasn't impressed in training, Van de Beek has found himself on the sidelines more often than not. Under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Van de Beek was often the odd man out, with Bruno Fernandes dominating the attacking midfield role. The Dutchman has shown glimpses of his quality as intelligent positioning, clever passing, and ability to link up play, but those moments have been few and far between. Fans have started to wonder if Van de Beek will ever be given a proper run in the team, or if he's destined for a move elsewhere. It's a real shame, considering how highly rated he was when he arrived. Daniel James, the fast but limited winger. Daniel James arrived at Manchester United from Swansea City in 2019 for around £15 million. Known for his blistering pace, James made an immediate impact, scoring on his debut against Chelsea. But after that bright start, his performances started to fade. So what went wrong? While his speed was his biggest asset, it quickly became clear that James lacked technical quality and decision-making in the final third. Too often, he would find himself in good positions, but fail to deliver a good cross or shot. As Premier League defenders figured him out, his influence on games diminished. Ultimately, James was sold to Leeds United after 2 seasons, where his pace remains a weapon. But But at United, he didn't have the technical skills needed to succeed at a club of their stature. Alex Telles, the forgotten left-back. Alex Telles was signed from Porto in 2020 to provide competition for Luke Shaw at left-back. Known for his crossing ability and set-piece delivery, Telles was expected to give United more attacking threat from wide areas. But despite his promise, he failed to cement his place in the team. Telles' main problem was his defensive frailty. While he offered plenty going forward, he was often caught out defensively, particularly in the fast-paced and physical environment of the Premier League. Ultimately, Luke Shaw's resurgence pushed Telles out of the starting lineup, and he was loaned out to Sevilla in 2022. Facundo Pellistri, unfulfilled potential. Facundo Pellistri was signed as a young talent from Uruguay in 2020. But despite his promise, he's spent most of his time on loan or playing in United's youth team. Why hasn't Pellistri made the breakthrough? Pellistri has struggled to find consistent first-team opportunity. He's been sent out on loan to gain experience, but he hasn't yet shown enough to convince the United management that he's ready for the Premier League. It remains to be seen whether he can make the leap or if his time at United will end before it truly begins. Wan-Bissaka, defensive solidity, attacking limitation. Wan-Bissaka, signed from Crystal Palace in 2019 for around £50 million. Wan-Bissaka was brought in to solidify United's right-back position. Defensively, he has been solid. His tackling is among the best in the Premier League, earning him the nickname Spider for his ability to win one-on-one duels. However, where Wan-Bissaka has failed to succeed is in the modern full-back role that requires more attacking output. In a team like Manchester United, where attacking full-backs are crucial, Wan-Bissaka has often been criticized for his poor crossing, limited dribbling ability, and struggles in link-up play. He's made just 11 assists in over 100 appearances, which is far below what you'd expect from a £50 million full-back in today's game. This attacking deficiency has often made him a liability in games where United needs to break down deep defenses, and as a result, there's been constant speculation about signing a new right back. Wan-Bissaka's defensive qualities are undeniable, but in the modern game, fullbacks are expected to contribute more offensively. That's where he's struggled, and why his place in the starting lineup has been questioned. Jadon Sancho, the underperforming winger. Jadon Sancho was one of the most exciting young players in world football when he joined Manchester United in 2021 for a massive £73 million. He had lit up the Bundesliga with Borussia Dortmund, where he was a goal-scoring and assist machine. But at United, things haven't gone according to plan. So what went wrong for Sancho? First, his confidence has seemed shaky at times. In the Premier League, he's often looked tentative, rarely taking defenders on like he did in Germany. His end product has also been lacking. His assists and goals have been far below expectations for a player with his price tag. There's also the question of his adaptation to the Premier League's physicality. In the Bundesliga, he thrived with space to operate in. In England, he's faced much more aggressive and compact defending. This has limited his ability to find those killer passes or run. While Sancho still has time on his side, his first seasons at United have been a far cry from the superstar potential he showed at Dortmund. So, there you have it, 8 players Manchester United signed since 2018 who haven't lived up to expectation. Whether it's due to injuries, tactical issues, or simply a lack of confidence, these players haven't been able to make the impact United fans hoped for. What do you think? Can any of them still turn it around, or will they be remembered as transfer flops? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to NRS Golazo for more in-depth football analysis. See you in the next video.